Hey everybody, and welcome to the Onsite Renovation Group for January 29, 2019. This is a specially scheduled onsite since we missed the one that we normally do on the first of the month, the first Tuesday, because it was too close to the New Year's holiday. I'm being helped here by my lovely assistant, Todd Warner. Say hi, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
So welcome everyone. We appreciate you guys coming out. Onsite is sponsored by Baker Collins. Since this is a specially scheduled meeting today, I'm not sure if Joseph's going to show up or not, but if you guys need hard money to fund a deal like this, check them out at bakercollins.com. Also, I want to remind everybody we meet on the first and third Tuesday of every month at noon at real live job sites. So if you want to learn to fix and flip and see a wide variety of properties, come check out this group. You'll see experts at work. You'll see brand newbies at work. Today we're sitting in a house that's Alan's first rehab deal, and you'll see middle-of-the-road investors that have been doing it a while and do a pretty good job. So we cover a wide gamut of different kind of rehab properties for sure, and do new construction occasionally. Did a $1.5 million rehab the other day. Not a rehab, $1.5 million Airbnb. Also, I want to tell you a quick heads up about our next two coming events. On February 5th, which is next week, we're meeting at 3961 Summer Place in Snellville, right in Todd's backyard. And that is a first-time rehab project for Mark Green and Todd Williams. So come check out their first rehab deal. This is a deal they found at the last Driving for Dollars event we did late last year. So this deal finally materialized. They got it closed, and they're working on the rehab now. Should be a light rehab. And then on February the 19th, we're doing a get-together at a fully finished rehab by Marie Rosenzweig. It's at 498 Oak Drive, Southeast in Atlanta. So we did one other rehab with her before, and it turned out really, really nice. So we're going to go see her second one. It's not Lily, her second one. It's the second one she's done with us. Very similar style. Come check it out. That is February the 19th at 498 Oak Drive, Southeast. Also, if you want to watch these replays, because maybe you miss a couple, you can check them out on our Facebook page at facebook.com/OnsiteAtlanta. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and see them up at youtube.com/AtlantaREIA. And we also throw them up on our webpage at onsite.atlantareia.com. So you can watch these replays if you miss any of them or want to see some of the ones we did in the very recent past. So once again, we are here at 1147 To Lani Farm Rd in Stone Mountain with my good friend Don DeRosa, who's my co-host, Dustin Griffin, who's my wife, who's managing this property with Alan McDaniel. So this is Alan's first rehab project. So everybody, welcome to the Onsite Renovation Group. Appreciate you guys all being here today.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Yay. So sedate. Is it the smell? Is the smell getting to you?
No, not at all. Smell?
We were joking around a few minutes ago before we started. When you walk into a house and it smells like cat pee, what's it smell like? Everybody say it together.
Money. Money.
You walk into a house that smells like dog crap, what's it smell like?
Money.
You walk into a house and it smells like somebody just died here, what's it smell like? Money. How do you get the cheapest deals? You buy the smelly, stinky houses that nobody else wants, and you fix them up and make them like brand new again. So this house is no exception.
It smelled like cockroaches.
It smelled like cockroaches. There were cockroaches.
I saw one.
They're dead. Marcus,
I saw one.
It was treated. It's
Yeah.
treated already.
Instead of having carpet, you'd walk in and look at the nice brown carpet. But it wasn't actually carpet, it was cockroaches. Because we turn on the lights, they'd all run. So this was, let's start from the beginning. Chrissy.
Yes.
This is Chrissy here, Chrissy Griffin. This is Alan McDaniel, and everybody knows Don. How did you find this particular property?
It's from one of Don's coaching students, Marcus McCroll, and this was a Section 8 property, and he wanted to get out of it because he had a partner, and he just was tired of it. So he had a Section 8 tenant in here for 3 years, and she trashed it, and he just said he wanted to get rid of it. Asked if he wanted it. We came and looked at it, ran the numbers, talked to Don, and they worked. So that's how we got it.
So he's had this property for a while now?
Yes.
How long do you think he had it before he got tired of Section 8?
He's probably had it 10 years maybe, because
Yeah,
this
he's
last,
had it quite a while.
Okay, so long before you started coaching him.
he's supposed to come.
Okay,
Yeah, he's had it quite a while.
he might.
But this last one was 3 years.
Because I hear good things about Section 8. I hear bad things about Section 8. Don, you got any feedback on doing Section 8?
Section 8's great. It's like any other tenant or any other rental. Section 8 can be the best program on the planet as long as you have the right tenant.
Right.
If you have the nightmare tenant, and it could go either way. I mean, you can just be a market tenant and have the worst tenant, but it's even worse with a Section 8 tenant because they don't tend to pay anything to begin with. So there's nothing lost there. They just move on to the next property. So they don't take care of it. They leave the doors open. They leave the windows open. They leave food out.
All of them or some of them?
Not all of them, of course not.
Because this one's trashed.
Well, she didn't pay anything, so therefore, Section 8 comes in and does an inspection every like 6 months. You can notice the bleach bottle that was out because it was infested with cockroaches and was filth. So Marcus, hey, look, if they come and see this, you won't get a voucher for your next one after I sell it. So she actually cleaned the bathtub in the master too. But yeah, she paid nothing and she didn't clean. It was horrible.
Looks like she never vacuumed in her
So,
life.
no, she didn't.
So
that's,
you're saying they were
that's
coming
it.
out and inspecting this every 6
Section
months and
8.
it passed?
Well,
Well, they
no,
have to clean
do,
it.
They do an Section 8 does an inspection annually.
Annually,
They
okay.
do an inspection annually, and that's not necessarily for the tenant, that's for the landlord. Because they review the fee, like what they pay, like the rental agreement, like you have an annual lease. At the end of that lease, you have to renew for another year. So they do an annual inspection to make sure that the property is being properly maintained and so on and so forth. But they don't generally come in and blame the tenant, even though, I mean, Section 8 will penalize the tenant if they're really trashed, but it's more designed for the landlord. It's designed to recertify, if you will.
Yeah, because I didn't see this place before it was trashed out, but I can't imagine them passing the person.
Oh, they would pass this in a heartbeat.
well, this they did, but before
This
it looked
would
way
pass?
worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they got really low standards.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about that.
I was gonna say, wait, let's back.
Right.
Yeah, I
'cause
was
this
gonna say
last
that's
inspector,
based on the inspector. I've seen inspectors come in and go, okay, this is fine. Now they have a checklist of things that they have to make sure. Like there has to be certain things that it's up to code and so on and so forth. You have to have certain things that, like under the sink there has to be certain things that they go through. But as far cleanliness is usually not.
That's what I was going to ask. It's not really about cleanliness. It's about being structurally
It's about-
sound,
yes,
everything
it's-
working and working order.
Like outside you can't have any open, like around your foundation. If you have, where you have the holes in this foundation, they all have to be covered. So if you have any, so they don't have to be sealed. They have to be, there has to be a screen or something that because you have to let air flow through there.
Right.
But if there's even a slightest hole, they'll not pass you for that. But yet you could have 6 inches of dirt and grime.
This could literally be a turnkey rental for Section 8. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
I don't know, because this last inspector 2 months ago wasn't going to renew her voucher because how filthy this was.
Okay, it depends on
But
the
that's-
inspector.
but-
I've seen inspectors come in
Yeah.
here, and because all it is if you went in here with a broom
Yeah.
and cleaned this up. Now,
But she
obviously,
does, she
they
did.
wouldn't. They would make you replace this carpet.
Or just glue it down.
Yeah, they would make you replace the carpet.
No, it was good. We did that. We tore that up. It was
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
But beyond that, this all would be was clean.
Like this is clean. This is clean compared to what it looked like. But
Yeah,
she did
I didn't
clean
see
it,
what it
yeah.
looked like
No,
prior
it was
to
it was
this, so.
disgusting, and it was infested with cockroaches.
I've never dealt with Section 8, so I just wasn't sure what the standard of
So-
expectations would be.
I mean, the walls had. I didn't know cockroaches had left feces all over the walls, but the walls were black in some rooms from the cockroach feces. So they had to spray bleach before the inspector came.
I've been in some places where you're standing on carpet, it looks like the carpet's moving, and it actually is moving because there's millions of cockroaches underneath the
Alan would have been gutting the house by himself.
They did bomb it. They bombed
No,
it
they
before
did
we
it
bought
5
it.
times. They were here 5 times.
I haven't seen a cockroach in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I don't
did
even
it.
see any carcasses.
Yeah, no, I know, it's sad.
They did it 3 months ago, 3 months ago.
Good.
Well, see, here's the thing about cockroaches. There's many different types of cockroaches. If you see the really tiny ones, they're like a light brown.
Yeah.
Those, as soon as you see one of those, if you're a landlord, if you see one of those little ones, you better get an exterminator in here.
Did you see a little?
Because they will multiply, and they multiply behind the walls very quickly. Now, if you see the big ones, you've all seen these big ones that come in, those are called wood roaches. Those are usually the scariest ones. Yeah.
What is
That's
that?
a little one.
Oh,
But that's not the one you're talking about though, is it?
Huh?
That's not the one you're talking about, is it?
No.
You missed.
I did miss him.
Now you pissed them off.
All right, we don't need exterminator now.
he did have a professional come in here though. The professional came in here and sprayed 5 times.
of the fittest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's why they've been around for millions of years.
Yeah.
They say they're the only species that'll survive a nuclear blast.
But not Don's fist.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now I'm looking around because if I bring one home, my wife will shoot me.
I'm
Yep.
looking around, make sure I don't jump in my hair.
So, you got this from Marcus because he was tired of being a Section 8 landlord.
Well, he is still a Section 8 landlord. He was tired of this.
He was tired of this particular
because
property
he had
and
a partner
tenant.
involved
Yeah,
with
he's
this.
got more.
He's
Yep.
got a lot more. He loves Section 8.
Okay.
I like Section 8, so I don't want to
Well, that's why I was asking, because I've heard good and I've heard bad.
No, he loves his Section 8.
Section 8 is great because it's guaranteed rent.
He's got guaranteed money.
Okay, and as long as you're an attentive landlord, if you go and you put this person in here and you don't come back for a year or until you see the inspection, shame on you. Because you get what you deserve because you didn't pay attention. But if you're constantly doing like a monthly inspection and coming in and looking to see, and if they're not taking care of it, you can address it right then and there. And if they're not, you can report them to Section 8, and Section 8 will come in and say, okay, this is not right. So Section 8 has cleaned up their act. When I first started 20 years ago, Section 8 was horrible. But over the last 20 years, Section 8 has done a really nice job. So I don't want to give them a bad rap, but it's not so much Section 8. They've got so much demand that...
Yep. So, tell us the numbers, Chrissy.
We got it for $77K, and we're gonna put, Marcus thinks 30, but I'm thinking 40, 45 in it, and then we're gonna try and push our R to like 170. So,
If you're lucky. Yep.
But we could, a hedge fund would buy it anyway.
Perhaps.
So under 200K, they'll buy it as long as it's completely rehabbed. They'll buy it. So I don't have a problem because one around the corner is exactly the same floor plan as this, and they sold it for 150. But their rehab is not like this is going to be. So
So you're confident you can get at least 150.
right,
And if you do a nice rehab, you are confident you can push it a little bit.
170.
Okay, so 170 at most.
Because there's all new construction back there too. So
Yep.
I
Okay.
wish this house was next street over. It'd be great.
Okay.
But
Now,
Yes.
Can I ask a question? But now, looking at the street next, one street over, that's a much nicer street than this street.
Sure
So
is.
I'm kind of questioning that 170 mark. I don't know that you can compare this house to the houses.
The
in-
house over there is just like this.
I know it's identical, but
the one
street.
that sold for
It's the same
150.
street. It's the street
Right.
we're talking about. Yeah.
The street I'm having a problem with,
Don't.
those numbers on.
Well-
We sold a house in Snellville, the comps are 150, we sold for 229, so.
The one she's talking about is on the same street. It just curves around.
Yeah, I
That's why
understand,
she's
I
saying over
understand
there.
Yeah.
But it's much nicer on that.
Well, yeah,
street
we
than it
drove
is
by
in-
that other
Yeah.
street by accident. We turned on the wrong street, and it was nicer.
Yeah.
It was definitely nicer.
No, that was in the same neighborhood.
It was the nice one she's talking about.
No, that's over here. Those
But,
houses are really different. They're bigger.
The way comps work is you always try to find like properties on the same
Comparable.
street.
Right.
Yep.
But if you can't.
But if you can't because you've renovated yours too nice and none of the ones around it
Then
have been
you go
renovated or
over
is
there.
renovated as
I
nice,
understand that.
they will go over a street or two.
Right.
And if you have a good appraiser, they will bump it up a little bit. How high, we don't know. That's why we're saying we feel safe at 150,
Okay.
blessed at 170,
Yeah.
or somewhere there in between would be nice.
Right.
That's why these two have to pay particular attention to the rehab cost of 30 versus 45. That's a big swing,
Exactly, yeah.
okay? Because we promoted this particular onsite as a quote, light rehab. Notice I did it in quotes. A lot of times the quotation marks negate what you have in quotes. Is it really light?
30,
Is
40
$30,000 light?
for us.
30 and 40 is
That is
light.
light for us. We spend 90 to 100 on a rehab.
That's why I
So
put it in
that's light for
quotes.
us.
So it is light for us, but is
This
it
is an
light?
easy rehab.
But is it light for a new investor? Is 30 to 45 considered light for a new investor? Probably not.
Paint
Probably
hardly
not.
light.
That's
See,
super
we're not-
light.
we're not
That's like
tearing-
lipstick light.
The only thing we're tearing down is this, but everything else is gonna be the same.
So let's talk about that. You said the repairs anywhere between 30 and 45. What does that get you? Let's start with a 30. What would the 30 get you? Then tell us
I
what.
think we start, wasn't it 35?
We started at 35.
And I'm thinking probably, because we always go over 10%.
Yeah.
10 to 15%.
When Don's doing the
Always.
quote, it's always 10 to 20%.
We always
on
do.
there. So we're trying
Now,
to.
does that include inside and outside? I mean,
We've already put a new roof
We're getting ready
on.
to tell you.
Oh, okay,
We're
sorry.
getting ready to tell you. So let's start with the 35. What would the 35 get us? And you can start on the outside and this kind of come on the inside.
Well, we've already got a new roof on.
Okay.
We've got a brand new deck on the back.
Okay.
We spent $8,500 on that.
So far.
Our windows are $2,000. They're already ordered. My cabinetry's all under 4. Those are just got ordered. And then all we have to do, my painter's doing the whole entire house inside and out, $3,000.
Okay.
We're debating hardy plank still.
And if we do hardy plank, if I can get a good deal on hardy plank, Marcus quoted me on a hardy plank, but I don't like that quote, so sorry, Marcus.
It's all right. Let's talk about it for a second. What's it called? T11?
T111.
T111.
What is the cost of T111 versus hardy plank in general?
I can't answer the T111 because I don't use T111. I never put T111 on the
Yeah,
house, so
I don't either. I'm not a T111.
ask Todd. I don't know,
I don't know what the difference is.
but it's ugly and I don't care, so.
Yeah.
Well, being the owner of some ugly houses with vertical plywood siding or T111.
Yeah.
The real savings is the fact that it goes on like a sheet of plywood.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're
a 4 by, it's a
plywood,
4 by 8
It's
sheet.
4 by
Is it?
8.
Yes.
So
Yes.
as far as
It's
all the
plywood.
maintenance, everything else, it just goes along. So if you're in a lower neighborhood and you're a buy and hold guy like I try to be, sometimes it's applicable to use that because you can cut your material and installation cost basically in half as far as residing a house.
Okay.
So, and when it comes to painting and caulking and all that stuff, you're doing a 4 by 8 sheet. It's
Quicker. Okay.
Well, it's quicker, it's cheaper, and if you're buying and holding, it would be absolutely fine. But when you're flipping,
I'm
it
trying
is
to-
not, I mean, it is night and day. And some people will say, well, why don't you put vinyl? Isn't vinyl cheaper? No, it's not, believe it or not. You would think vinyl would be cheaper because it is a cheaper product, but it's not cheaper. It is about the same, if not, vinyl may be even more expensive. The last
So-
one we did, because the last onsite we did was 2 weeks ago or whatever, and that was the house we were working on
In Lithonia.
in Lithonia. Where's Craig?
We don't put vinyl on there.
No, we quoted vinyl. And
Oh, you're talking about vinyl siding. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but that's because there's no sheathing on the house and all that, so that's why. And that was from Lowe's.
Yep.
But vinyl versus
Yeah.
hardy plank is
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah,
getting
right.
at.
Oh, yeah.
Hardy
Yeah.
plank is such a nice,
It's just a better look.
the only negative with hardy plank, the only real additional cost in hardy plank is you got to paint it. Vinyl siding, you don't paint.
Right. In T111, you have to paint.
You have
Right.
to paint.
Right.
The problem with T111 is it's like a fiber board. It's like the masonite siding, and that's exactly what it is. And it is, if you've ever taken a piece of cardboard and put it in a bucket of water, the cardboard soaks up the water. That's what T111 or the fiber board that, all those fiber boards that you see, Louisiana Pacific, LP siding, all that stuff, you'll know that you have that around a house. Because if you step into a house and on the outside, and the first place to go would be like a fireplace. The fireplace kind of jets out and has this little box
Yep.
on the side of the house. You walk up to the fireplace and you look up. You go close to it and you look up. The siding expands. And it's just like a piece of cardboard. if you don't keep that stuff painted, the same thing goes with T111. If you don't keep that T111 painted, you could put it up there, and in a year from now, it's gone. It's pulver. It's pulp.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. It's like compressed pulp.
It is. That's exactly what it
It
is.
is available as plywood that's been milled, and it's also available as hardy plank, but it's not readily
That's what's on the
available.
front of the house that you don't like, Dustin. It's just that
Yeah, it's
plywood.
ugly.
He hates
So
it.
are you gonna, let me ask you this, are you planning to leave what's there or replace what's there as far as the T111 goes?
Don't know yet, because
Okay.
if we can get a good quote on hardy plank, we're gonna hardy plank.
Well, was your original intention to replace or to leave it, is what I'm
To
asking?
leave it,
Yeah, originally was.
to leave
Okay.
it, but I don't, but
'Cause
the
it-
house that sold for 150, that's all new hardy, it's the only hardy plank in here.
Well, that's what I was
not
gonna
only,
ask you.
but
That's what I was gonna ask, if the
So-
hardy plank would definitely help bump up the
it
value.
would, Yes, hardy plank would definitely bump it up.
Because
so.
you want to at least match the 150, if not beat it.
Yes, I wanna beat
The
it.
only maintenance you have on hardy plank is paint.
Yeah, and I already got a good, it's,
T111, you
And
don't.
for the
You have
folks who
paint
don't
and you
know,
have
for the folks who don't
replacement.
know, tell them what hardy plank is.
It's cement siding.
Cement siding.
Actually, this is Allure siding. Hardy plank's a little bit more than the Allure. So we got this at PMC in Lawrenceville, and it's the Allure brand. and
Well,
it's-
hardy plank is the brand.
Yeah, Hardy Plank is the brand of the cement
Right.
board. So
It's
there's
a-
Allure, and then there's your Hardy Plank.
Yeah.
Hardy Plank is cheaper. I mean,
Cement siding.
Allure
It's
is
different brand.
yes.
Yeah, different
Hardy
brand.
plank
cheaper.
is considered top of the line.
Different brand costs,
a little more.
it costs a little bit. It's just like the difference between Puffs Kleenex and Kleenex Kleenex. They use
Don't
the
let me touch
term
anything.
Kleenex, and it's not really Kleenex, it's
Yeah.
facial tissues.
Welcome. Welcome.
So, it's, it's cement board siding, cement fiberboard siding. And they have different brands. The Hardy Plank is
A little more expensive. It's
what
more
I'll call the
expensive.
Kleenex brand of hardy board or
Yeah.
fiberboard.
Yeah.
Okay?
And this has 2 or 3 different things on it, really, this
Yeah.
house.
And you will see a lot when you have T111, you will see a lot of houses when they put that on there, they have a lot of the houses have it's going in different directions, like the bottom half goes in one direction, the top half
think this
goes
may
in
go in
another
multiple
one, and then they may have like
It
a
does.
band that goes around in the center of it. That was the style back when they built these homes. But it's a really ugly.
By today's standards, very ugly.
So
That's why I'm
if
saying, are you
you're-
going to leave that or are you going to change
So
that?
if you're flipping, and that's your intent is to flip, when you go to do your renovation, your budget, start with what I would call your grand plan is like. If I had an endless budget, what would I replace? And then you have to kind of go and pare down based on the numbers.
Okay?
eventually.
So we were talking about what you're planning on doing with the exterior. What about the interior?
Okay, well, we're gonna knock this wall down. It's not load bearing. And then we're putting an island
Knock
right
this
here.
down.
Yeah, this is all coming out.
And let's
So the-
walk around that way
So
so
the
we
kitchen
kind of see what you're talking
basically
about.
is gonna be this, it's the same layout, your refrigerator, dishwasher.
So this wall is coming out.
That
It
shelving's
does not look
coming out.
load bearing.
It is not.
It's
No,
not.
it's not load bearing. So
So yeah, both these walls or just this?
And
this whole
Don,
thing's coming out. Because the island's gonna come this way. And it's gonna be, what size the island was, gonna be 80 or?
the island's going this way.
So
Yeah,
I
I
can
got
tell
the
you.
layout. That
Yeah.
cabinet's coming out, and the cabinets are going all the way to the ceiling, they're gonna box that in.
Yep. So you'll have some electric in this wall, because you have electric coming down here and coming down here.
Telephone.
So, yeah, and you'll get rid of, well, you won't really get rid of it, because those lines will drop and come up
Through the floor.
through the floor into
To
the
the,
island.
to the island.
Right,
Yep.
because you need, yeah, right.
What about the vents?
Vents will probably move. I would
There's one
most
here, one
likely
there.
say yes, they will move.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
So you'll have some
expensive to
AC
move the
work, pardon?
vent? Is it expensive to move the vent?
To move the vent? No, not necessarily. It depends on where you're moving it and how long the run is, and how accessible it is.
It looks, because we walked up to get up here, it's probably accessible.
This
Fairly accessible.
I haven't. This is the first time I've been in this.
My
house.
first time I've been in here.
So I'm guessing usually in a house like this is a finished. Down below here usually is a finished basement part.
It is.
It is.
Okay. Sometimes they're finished. Most often in this style home they're finished. and then you have the garage, which is on that side. Usually, and again, I haven't seen this house. Usually the laundry area is right down at the bottom of the steps. Is that what it is here?
It is.
And yeah, it's
It's
a
in
laundry
there.
Yeah, I
half
mean,
down.
this style house is very common in Stone Mountain and very common in Lithonia, very common in this part of Atlanta.
Norcross, big time.
This is a very, very common house. Like I have another house, the house on Cheryl Ann.
Yeah,
It looks identical to this.
these were big starter homes back in the 80s.
Yeah, it looks identical to this.
What's your appliance budget and the roof budget?
The roof's already done. That was $5,000.
Okay.
And the deck was $4,500, and they put stair, because the deck that was on here before, it didn't have stairs, and it was falling apart, so Marcus actually did the deck. And they, it's a 12 by 12.
Nice.
So the guy who sold us the house did this deck.
And he did the roof.
Well, you have to do something. You said the deck was
The
8,500.
shoes and the cups all
Deck
and the
was
toys come with it.
I
In
guess
the
you
couch.
could just move that,
Move what?
that long,
That's temporary.
That's
Yeah,
temporary
that's
to hold
temporary.
things up while the concrete
okay.
settles.
That board is just
Okay.
there. You'll see board around all of it. That's to frame in the cement
The
so
roof's
that it
already
doesn't just
done.
fall out into the...
Remember all that rain we were having?
yes.
Yeah,
The
when you
concrete
form-
dries slower. So
Well,
that
form-
holds
it-
it,
it
that
forms
helps
it-
hold things up.
Keeps it in its shape.
We're gonna
If you
paint or
don't
leave
put
the
a
stipple,
form
yes.
like that, when you put that
Yes.
cement,
I
it'll
don't like
just
the
kind
stipple,
of...
but we're leaving the stipple.
So he really
But you guys can
just
see the
did
new
this
roof.
deck.
Yeah. We just did this. We did this, the roof, and we did this just
You
when we
said
bought it.
we, you mean the last owner?
No. When we bought it, Mark, okay, we probably need to say this. Marcus is also one of our contractors.
He's a student, he's the seller,
He's
and
a
a
coaching
contractor.
student.
Okay.
He's the seller. He's also, he's a coaching student of mine. He's also a contractor, and he's also the seller in this case.
And we're all buddies. So yeah, he still helps out.
Yes.
In fact,
So
he's
that
the
kinda
one
clarifies that.
He's the one that quoted replacing this
Hardy
T111.
plank, 6K, so it might be a good deal. I don't know yet. But
Yeah,
just-
a lot of houses that you see this has the cement at the frame.
Yeah,
I mean
the foundation.
Foundation.
Thank you. The foundation. A lot of houses have T111 down below as well.
Lithonia did.
All right, we're gonna go back inside. I'm
It'll
cold.
have it'll run in a different direction. Like, see how that's across right here next door? That's Hardy. That looks like Hardy plank up top, and T111 down below. But
It does.
above that, that's new. All that Hardy plank right there that
Yeah.
you see above that, that's the color it is when you buy it from the store. It's not been painted.
Yep.
That's
Ours
not
is
been
cream.
that's not been caulked, and that's not been painted.
Ours has been cream. Ours is cream color.
Yeah, that's
All right, so come on back in, guys. All right, so did you answer the question about the appliance estimate?
The appliance budget's gonna be like around $1,000.
Yeah, probably.
1,000. 'Cause you got a dishwasher, stove, and microwave. That's it.
They don't
We don't do refrigerator.
They don't usually do fridges.
Because that's a personal preference for people. They like to pick up their own refrigerators, so we don't do refrigerators. Now, maybe in a higher end home, we would do a refrigerator, but not these price points.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right, Chrissy.
So, Don.
Chrissy,
Should
Don.
we do can lights or not? Because I don't know if it's gonna be the budget.
if we can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We
All
can.
right, Don, Chrissy. All right, you talked about the kitchen, what we're doing on the interior. Other than the kitchen, what are you doing on the interior?
Doing
Typical paint, flooring.
yeah.
What about the fireplace over there?
That's we're
It'll
gonna,
redone. The
Yeah.
the insert will stay.
yeah. But we're redoing that.
The insert will stay,
Okay.
but around it we'll put a mantle and we'll put. Pardon?
Is that smoke?
She was burning paper in there.
That's just the way she.
She was burning her trash in there.
You can see the soot on the ceiling.
Sure
Yeah, it
can.
goes all the way across.
Yep, sure does. Wow, that's not.
So,
And also, she could have kept the flue closed. She may not have had the flue open. And when that happens, whatever she's burning kind of billows out into
Yep.
the rest. And that's, I'm guessing, what happened.
and
Alan?
we could tile all the way up, and it's $200 just to tile that all the way up right there.
And Alan, are you going to put a mantle on it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, because Alan does a lot of carpentry and custom build stuff, like custom shutters, custom mantles. He does all kinds of cool woodworking stuff. All right, so obviously paint, carpet, kitchen. What about the bathrooms?
just our typical bathrooms, tile in the shower, or taking a tub out of the master and tiling it all the way up.
Well, what is typical for you in this price range? Because I've seen some of your work, and it's
tile
not typical.
everything.
It's
We tile-
nice.
Well, ours is typical because we tile everything. We always have a walk-in shower.
Is it going to have that wow factor like some of the
Yes.
other houses you do?
On a
Well,
budget though.
almost every house that we do that has more than one bathroom, the master typically, we get rid of the tub usually and put a nice shower with frameless glass, tile it all the way around. And then the hall bath or the guest bath or kids bath or
We'll keep
whatever,
the bathtub.
you always want to keep a bathtub in your house, always. So as long as there's 2 bathrooms,
There is.
Let's
you want
walk.
to keep
Two
one
and a
with the
half.
bathtub
There's
and
two and a
then
half.
one
The half bath is in with the laundry room, which,
downstairs.
yeah, we're debating whether, because there's a.
Well, let's take a tour. Let's take a tour and go look at it.
So
Let's take a tour up here.
I want to stay inside where it's warmer.
depends on this if you have enough space. Sometimes
We're putting a
I can
laminate
put one,
floor,
sure.
hardwood laminate
We're gonna
over it.
replace it.
Yeah.
So you are replacing these hardwoods,
Yes.
okay? Have you,
Typically we do smooth out the ceilings. I
It's
don't
not
know
in this
that
budget.
I don't know that we will on this because of the budget.
We didn't do it in Snellville there.
Right.
We might put crown molding around here though, 'cause just in here.
when you say you did do it in Snellville?
We kept the stipple ceiling.
Did not.
In the one that we sold to the couple?
No, that's smooth. That's
Yeah, I was
smooth.
gonna say, we definitely screwed that one.
Yeah, but ties and marks just.
Okay, we'll see that one in Snellville on
So-
Tuesday.
This is the second bath. This is not the master bath. I'm turning the
So like this bathroom right here, you'll have tile floor, and that tub I'm assuming is coming out.
Let me see. I haven't seen it yet.
It looks like a plastic tub.
Yeah, I'm assuming that tub's coming out,
You
but
see.
I don't think it'll
Oh,
clean.
it's like one of those all-in-one things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's an
And
insert.
depending on the budget, if we do, I don't know that it'll clean up well enough, but if we can,
We're tearing that out and it's gonna be.
Hey,
tile.
would you
Okay,
wanna own that tub?
No,
this
this is coming out.
That would clean up. Believe it or not, that would clean up.
But you're keeping the same format.
Oh, I believe ya.
Toilet.
Yeah, same layout. Yes.
But,
Yeah,
But-
the layout, you just basically taking the old stuff and putting new stuff in it.
yep, so
Not
the same
changing
layout.
The footprint of it, nothing's changing except old comes out, new goes in.
Yep.
New tile, new vanity, new toilet, new.
And this stuff's not expensive.
Yeah. And then here's the math. Well, this was the kids. One of the kids drove it. Look at the fan. See, a 11-year-old living here. So
Nice.
yes, 11-year-old.
Look,
That's the map
so
you
instead of
put
raising
on
bunny
those
rabbits, they
sheets.
raise dust bunnies.
And here's the math. Yeah. So this.
You can
actually,
tell
she
they
cleaned this
vacuumed
tub.
often.
So this one I would envision being like the one we did in Snellville. The house that.
Yeah, yeah. But she cleaned that tub. That's a white tub. That actually can come clean. So I don't know if we should keep. This has to be the master though.
This is the master.
Yeah, but I mean that's a nice.
Make that grand for a master.
Huh?
It's gonna be hard to make this little bathroom grand for a master.
What will make that grand is pulling that tub out and making
tiling
a
it.
walk-in.
Making it a
shower
walk-in
and
shower with
having
a
a glass, having all
solid glass.
Yeah.
I mean,
With a
when
real
you say-
nice shower head.
The definition of grand is.
Well, most masters have 2 sinks. Each
Yeah,
master
yeah.
has 2
No,
sinks.
you will
Not in
be
this
able to
house,
do
not in this price range,
Yeah,
not in this
not-
neighborhood.
No, you will not be.
But it will be one of the nicest bathrooms in this neighborhood
Yeah.
for that size.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're
We're gonna leave it like that, cobwebs and all.
Normally, yes, we would
Smooth them out, but-
smooth them out or go back over them with, 1/4-inch drywall and just go right over top of it. Instead of smoothing, because if you go in here and you try to sand that, it's going to take more time to sand that than it is if you go in there with just a 1/4-inch drywall and you put new drywall in and refinish it.
The labor to
Some
scrape it and
drywallers like
smooth
to
it out.
sand it though. They
Some
do.
drywallers do, but it's very
No.
Yeah, they like getting paid by the hour.
exactly they get
Full
paid
outdoors.
to do that.
I don't.
Okay,
we're
whereas,
full outdoors, double doors.
You're looking
But you
at
don't have regular doors.
maybe
Yeah.
4 or 5 sheets
All the doors
of
are gone.
of 1/4-inch drywall, which is next to nothing cost-wise.
Yeah,
So-
you
And
do them all.
drywall,
I heard Chrissy
we did a
saying-
whole house in one day, drywall.
All the doors are going.
So like how long did it take them to drywall the entire house in
Lithonia?
Lithonia?
Oh, it took them a day to hang.
Exactly.
And then another crew came. I mean, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
so they can hang in a whole
One
house
day,
in a day. So to do
ceiling,
this,
everything, 1600 square foot. Where's Craig at? Hung it the whole day, and the next day they came in, taped in mud, and then they let it sit. Then they do it again, and then they polish. Almost
so
done.
to do
3
a
days.
whole house, 1600 square feet, you're talking about a week from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
To do just the ceilings in here with a 1/4 inch drywall, because all you do is just stick it right
Stick
up
it up
against
there.
it. You don't do anything. You just zip, 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 zip. And you could get this done you get the hanging done in a half a day, and then you come back in the next day, and you'll probably have to come back 2 or 3 times just because of you have to wait till it dries. They'll use quick dry mud, so
Yeah,
and then you got to paint it.
they get
So what's your time frame for the whole reno?
a month.
4 weeks, 5
Yeah,
weeks.
because
4 or 5
she
weeks.
literally just finished moving out yesterday. Hey, Marie. What's
Well,
wrong
it
with you?
did take us. We bought the house when we buy the house. In November, so before
November.
Thanksgiving.
Right before.
Yeah, we just got the roof and the deck done 2 weeks ago because of all the rain.
It rained and rained and rained and rained.
Right.
You guys all remember that?
The rain delayed us on all the projects.
Everything.
Everything.
All the exterior.
But we didn't care because now's not a good time to sell anyway.
And we
so-
couldn't start the interior because they were still in it. They're still here.
Yeah, and like Chrissy just said, to do a this is the best. If you're going to have any renovations, the best time to do a renovation is the 4th quarter, because any delays you have won't make a difference for you. Because people don't typically buy in the 4th quarter or the January. They wait till February, March till they get their tax return and they get.
That's what I found
Well,
out.
April is the peak season, but people don't really start looking until February.
Yeah, so
Right.
you got a little extra holding cost, but other
Yeah.
than that, it doesn't affect the sellability because you're coming on the market right
Yeah,
at the same time.
because you won't want.
Best
I mean,
time.
even if you finish it in December and beginning of January, I don't know that it helps you because
You know, the time of the year,
yeah,
the
it's
holidays,
just the time
people
of the
distracted.
year. So for me, I don't have a problem waiting.
We have 2 other rehabs going on right now anyway. Snellville's gonna be done soon, and our Lithonia house is gonna be done. So we're starting on this, and then we have 3 more coming up. So we don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
When does it end, like,
77.
So
Oh,
so when
To
does
buy it? I mean, rehab it?
does it end, like?
about 35 forward. No, I don't want to go over 35.
I'm sorry. I have 2 questions.
yeah, we're trying to get one conversation.
I was trying to listen to 2 conversations at the same time. Go ahead.
When does the peak season end from to buy? Like
Peak season
September,
typically will
October?
end July and August.
Really?
Peak season. People will still buy houses all the way up until
And
Thanksgiving.
one of the reasons is a lot of them have kids, and when school starts back, they don't like to move.
People want to be in their homes, ready to go when school starts, which is the beginning of August. So
That's when it starts to slow down.
If you want to categorize what is peak season, April, May, end of school
Don't
through
lean,
beginning of school, those few months.
don't lean on the wall, whatever you do.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. But hey, ask your favorite realtor, they can give you some market stats. And they've got all kinds of bar graphs and things that can show you the seasons.
Okay.
Days on market, that whole bit. Now, hey, so before we leave this room, tell us one more time how this bathroom here, the master, will differ from the other we just saw.
We're tearing that surround out, and it's gonna be a walk-in shower tile.
I
Okay?
don't have.
You doing the fancy shower head?
What was the house that?
2744 Green Valley Road.
No. Not
Are you
that
doing the
one.
fancy shower?
Oh. Yeah, Unicia's the.
No.
Which
The
one?
one Maggie.
Oh, Lamar.
Lamar.
3744.
God, there's
3744 Lamar.
Are you doing a real nice
Or three-
fancy shower
Yeah.
head? Because those don't cost that much.
No, not a panel,
you know
no.
it's pretty bad.
Just
when
like
you
regular
can't
rain shower.
remember the damn house.
Because they're only, what, a couple $100 for those nice panel
Yeah.
showers?
Well, I'm not, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can
it's
find a
Lamar.
picture of
I
what
got it.
it'll look like for Lamar.
I have it on here.
So they get a lot of their stuff at like Wayfair
Oh, really?
and Amazon, and it's fairly inexpensive for the wow factor. It only costs a couple $100 more, and the wow factor's like, whoa, I gotta have this house. I want the shower. Because every other house in this neighborhood has the same type of shower, the same type of size. Well, how do you make yours stand out? By the bling and the things you add to it. You know, the nicer tile, the nicer floor, the nicer faucets that maybe light up when you turn them on. You know, hot water's blue, or hot water's red, cold water's blue, just right is green. LED lighting on the faucets. LED lighting on the shower heads and things like that. Yeah,
It's Lamar Way.
just those little things that don't cost that much more that go a long way to the wow factor. So when they walk in, I gotta have this house. I don't care what it costs, I gotta have it.
Okay.
Because they do want to try to push the sale price from 150 up above that if they can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Will you stage this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the young lady that was standing behind you is a stager. She's probably in one of the other rooms. She was standing right behind you a second ago, Maria. We're seeing her property on the third Tuesday of February. One of her finished rehabs, and it'll be fully staged.
That's on your website?
Yep. It's one of the ones I was mentioning at the very beginning.
I thought I had it.
It's on our calendar for sure. All right, they couldn't find the cows. Let's go check out the rest of the place.
Oh, you went into Zillow.
So it's Lamar Way.
Did you
I
find
didn't know the, I forgot the numbers. Just,
Sometimes they'll take the pictures down after a while.
No, they don't.
it?
I
Sometimes.
said sometimes.
I mean, Snellville's still, all ours are still, Kingston's Court still. What's the address for Lamar Way?
All right, so this is just one of the extra bedrooms. By the way, Chrissy,
24.
how many bedrooms and baths does this house have? Is it
It's
a?
a 4, 2.5.
It's a
Well, the fourth one though, you can use it as a bedroom. They did. There's just no window.
So in all these rooms, they're not doing much but patching up the walls, cleaning it up, and you're.
Where does she go?
Only laminate over? And how come you guys are, is it too expensive to finish them?
No, it's cheaper, but these are ugly.
This
And that, what are you gonna do in the hall? You gotta match that, and then that master doesn't have any.
Have you pulled up the
Yeah,
carpet to see
so-
if there's anything under it?
It's
This had the same
yeah,
type of
parquet flooring.
Okay.
kitchen. Where it had the.
I mean, I don't know yet. I have a guy that's gonna come out and look at it. And
Would you
tell
just
me.
carpet over them?
No,
So.
Okay.
Let's see if I can.
I don't want to carpet. I mean, if we don't finish these, we will
is what
carpet,
it'll
but
look like.
I'm gonna see what
Yeah. I was gonna say, could you?
if he can match.
Well, let me ask for the sake of the audience: is it more cost efficient to laminate or do carpet?
Carpet.
All right. So if you decide to do hardy plank on the outside, would you perhaps
was just
trade
a
off in
standard.
here and do carpet?
Maybe. It all depends. If they can match, the hardwoods in there, then we're gonna
That's
stain
the
these.
door.
Yeah, we refinishing less.
Right, yeah.
Yes, there's
The
two.
least expensive?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's $1.75 square foot
Okay.
to
Because
stain.
we just met a flooring guy yesterday. I bet you he could
But
get it
this-
close.
He's the one that's coming out.
Good. Good.
No, that would go from floor and
Floor
decor.
to core. Okay.
Okay.
So we're doing all new ceiling fans, just paint.
So Don, give us a tour. The rest of the place.
All new doors, new baseboards.
So if you guys didn't hear that, all new ceiling fans, new flooring,
It's all
whatever,
cosmetic.
whatever it's going to be, laminate or carpet, new
His
closet
wife.
doors, new windows.
Chrissy. Everybody thinks Chrissy and I are married.
Everybody does, I know. They do.
That's the first I've heard.
I hear it all the time.
The first I've heard.
They're like, I need to get a hold of your husband, Don. I go, who?
Yeah, now I've
I go,
heard.
that's my rehab husband.
I heard that they thought you and Alan were a thing, but not
I
you
heard
and
that one
Don.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I
I heard
hear all the
Don
time.
and Don all the time.
Chrissy,
Yes,
you said you ordered windows, so are you replacing the windows in
all the
every room?
windows. $2,100.
So, because you don't
Already
like the
ordered.
lines in it?
I don't like
Because
the
it's old
color.
vinyl,
They're
it's
old.
old vinyl, and it's very inefficient. And now you could, if
I don't
you
like
had to
grids
save,
anyway.
if you had to save money in a house like this,
Yeah.
that would be an area that you could do.
Yeah, but.
That
these
would
are-
be one of those things where you would take off of your rehab budget, but
And leave those?
It depends. It just depends.
But it's
But
$2,100.
Some of the new windows, those things, those crossbars come out. You can take them out.
vinyl
Because they're just
plank.
like,
For the new ones that push up?
yeah,
No,
some of
I
them,
don't
you can
like
put them
vinyl.
up or you can take them down. They're just for looks.
Okay.
Yep, they're for looks.
I
It
mean,
depends on which brand you get.
Oh, yeah, I use it in the bathroom.
it's called laminate.
I use it, yes, called, not vinyl, yeah. I use it,
Let's
yeah.
check out the rest of the house.
I use it in the
That's exactly
bathroom.
what.
We're doing that in Snellville, we
Dustin.
did that.
I'm Dustin.
So I mean, all of them like this. You talking about? Yeah, they're all vinyl. Yeah.
All right, this is the other bedroom. About the same as the one we just walked out of. So they were saying up under the carpet here is not hardwoods. So if we can match this hardwood, we may do it throughout the house.
Yeah, like we sold
if it can be
this.
matched. Same size, and then just refinish it all to match. We'll see. We'll see. So Don, let's go downstairs. Hey, we're gonna go downstairs, then we'll be right back up to answer questions.
this is a typical
Foyer. 80s starter house, split foyer.
I can't believe I missed that roach when I went to her.
This was her room, so she stayed as her mattress.
See the color of the carpet?
What's that? Ooh,
You see the color of the carpet
Yeah.
originally?
yeah.
So what was this, Chrissy? Was this like another master?
This was the mom's bedroom. This was she lived down here, and the kids lived upstairs.
So-
They took over upstairs, and she just stayed down
Is
here.
this like a second master? And it's big,
This
definitely
is gonna be a
bigger.
living area when we're done with it. We're gonna, yeah.
Originally designed as a living area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no closet.
What is this? Is this a closet or is
Yeah,
this?
there's closets in here.
It's just
Now-
a cut-up room,
now-
really.
But this is gonna be a living area down here.
Section 8, this would be fine the way it's set up.
Yeah, she lived down.
Because it's
she
an
lived
extra
there.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a big
What
walk.
we're
It
done-
could be a big walk-in closet.
You'd almost be better off removing this to make this
Bigger.
open.
But
As an open.
do you need LVL?
No, this was put in later.
Yeah, you got a beam here.
Yeah.
Right there.
It
It's
runs
running
all the way across.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the load-bearing beam.
Yep.
Oh,
This
it's
is
just
right
like
here.
almost like Lithonia.
Yeah.
Like,
So
take
this
this out?
this was done later.
So just take this out.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
This a lot of these.
Take this out too.
Yeah, this whole
Okay.
thing. This whole thing.
All right, we'll take it out.
I mean, yeah. What's the point of that little room?
Yeah.
Well, this
There
was
is none.
there was a
Well,
bedroom
in
in
section,
here.
as I mentioned earlier, when you're doing a section 8, this becomes an extra bedroom.
This does we're standing in.
Yes.
But not
No,
not that closet.
That becomes an extra bedroom because it has a closet. This,
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
It doesn't have a
this was
window.
One of
kids'
them,
bed.
one of them has.
okay, you're right.
It's not a bedroom unless it's got a window.
Well then,
You got that
So
window
you
though.
could classify this as the closet.
Correct.
oh yeah,
This is the bedroom.
What is this?
That's a crawl space
hold
in
the
there.
closet.
This is this is another closet.
Yeah.
Well, in
It's a
order,
closet and a crawl
in order,
space.
okay, in order to be classified as a bedroom, you have to
a
have
closet and a
two
window.
forms of egress. That's either a window and a door, two doors.
So
whatever.
2 doors does count?
2 doors counts.
Okay.
2 forms of egress.
I
That's
didn't know
the
that. I thought it
technical
was one of each.
term. No,
Okay.
2 doors, 2 forms of egress. It doesn't have to have a window.
So that could be considered a bedroom.
As long as it has a closet,
I believe it did.
it's heated, and has 2 forms of egress,
Okay.
and cooled.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think this would be nice if you took out that wall.
So you could technically put a closet right here somewhere, or I guess you could use that
This
as
is a closet.
But
this
you
would be the living
can't. But
area.
you'd have to. You can't pass through one bedroom to get to another.
You can get
A
to
lot
it.
of times,
It's got a
I
hall.
understand, but that would you would have to
It
put a
would block
wall.
us off.
You'd have to put a wall here, put a door here, and put access to this room on that side,
Right.
and then you could classify these as 2 bedrooms. Right. But you can't, like, there will be lots of houses, especially the older houses, where you'll have a bedroom and then another room and then like the kitchen, and you have to and people classify these as 2 bedrooms. Well, you got to walk through one bedroom, this bedroom, to get to this bedroom. You can't classify that as a bedroom.
Right.
People do that, but you can't. Technically, it's not classified as a bedroom.
So what you were just saying, are you gonna take down this wall, put in another
No,
wall?
no. In this case,
We'll
we're
just take-
making this a living space, like a basement living area. I mean, we could leave this up if we don't want to go to the expense. But what I'm saying is, if you really wanted some dramatic change to this, take this out, and when you walk down, you have this
Yeah.
whole area.
I think that's a good idea because I want this to be a living area.
It's not going to be that much expensive
No, it's just
to it
It'll be actually
if I
cheaper.
do it.
yeah. If you're gonna
Yeah.
And
So I think it's too
maybe.
chopped up anyway.
Yeah. Let's go look at the rest of it. See, it is
There's,
look chopped
there's
up.
no AC in here. It's just electric.
So what
in
is
this
the
wall.
rest of all this? Follow me, guys.
This wall.
oh yeah, no
Just
AC here.
Right. Just electricity.
So this is a laundry room slash bath.
Are you gonna just make it just a one?
So
Just a
this is like a half bath.
Well, we're debating whether to put the laundry room. There's a room out in the garage that's enclosed. Put the laundry room there and make this another bathroom. I don't know yet. But
But if you're gonna have a family room, it wouldn't be nice
I
to
guess it's
have.
typical to have a powder room with a laundry room in these houses apparently.
Yeah, I mean you can leave this as a bathroom.
This would be nice though. It'd
It
be
won't
like
be a
on,
full bath if you want
unless we have a toilet and a sink.
You could have it as a full bath, but I don't know that I would
Yeah,
go the
I know,
expense
yeah.
because you're not using this as a bedroom.
Right.
Yeah, if there's no bedroom down here, it's not necessary.
Yeah, so you might just keep that, the laundry room, yeah. And if you go out in the garage, there's this room right here.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
there's really no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's really no
So,
reason for this.
Here's where
Hey,
your-
Don, follow us.
Okay.
So here's
Just
where
get your mic on.
Marcus, you know, he just did all this duct work and stuff. This new hot water tank, AC is good, but
Yeah, there's really no reason.
we have to do something with that. But see, this must have been. These are our new doors. This must have been an office. I don't know because there's a desk in here, or there's phone jacks in here. Weird.
This, I can tell you what
What
they
was this,
use this
Don?
for.
What was this? Because there's an office. Was it office or
No,
there's phone jacks
this
in it?
is, I see this a lot in
I've
Stone
never seen
Mountain.
this.
I see this a lot in Stone Mountain. I see this a lot. This was someone's attempt to do a recording studio.
Oh.
So you might bring a
This
washer
is
and
this
dryer
was
out
an
here?
attempt to do a, I shouldn't say attempt, they probably had a recording studio in here. Okay,
Why are they
So-
expensive to move the plumbing?
Yeah.
to
Yes.
move the plumbing? Yeah,
Yes.
well, expensive is relative, but yes.
Don thinks it was like a
Costs
little
money, let's put
makeshift
it that way.
recording studio.
It's not in this budget for this house.
But because of this recording studio that's here, you can't use the garage.
Really?
No, you can't park a car in here.
A small one,
Yeah, you put-
a really small one.
You bet,
I think my
You could get like a Prius in here maybe.
maybe.
My Honda could fit in here.
A Honda, is it, yeah, Prius,
Yeah, I got a
yeah.
Honda Civic.
Yeah, Civic, because the length.
Yeah, you're just gonna fit a truck in here. You can fit a car in here, I think.
But my truck, oh heck
Because she
no.
had her car in here.
Well,
Exactly.
you definitely can't fit a car on that side.
So you just gonna knock this down, so.
You park your motorcycle over here.
A smart car maybe.
No way.
Yeah.
No way what?
Car.
A smart car maybe.
A car, yeah,
This is
A Volkswagen maybe.
This one's iffy here.
Yeah, you can't.
Because you got, look how many feet you have. Now, those of you that, this is a,
Count the tiles.
count the tiles, they're 12-inch tiles.
1, 2,
So you got
3,
1,
4,
2,
5,
3,
6.
Need 20 feet.
16 feet from here to there.
So you're just a little short.
Yeah, so
Nice,
you, brought,
9 feet
but
wide.
the real thing is this way.
It's 9
And you
feet.
can't count this tile because it's a half a
Right,
tile.
so it's
you
8
got,
feet, 8.5 feet.
so you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 8 feet. So most cars, you can get in.
But you can't get out.
But you can't get out of your vehicle.
Yeah, because look how close the
So
edge of the
should
garage
we-
is to the wall.
So you pull a car in here, most cars are going to.
You're gonna have to kinda angle over a little bit to be able to get out.
6 feet. You know, think about if you lay across a car, it's going to be a
Alan?
minimum of wide 6 foot.
I thought this was concrete. We were gonna paint it. This is tile down here. I didn't just now notice that.
There's concrete under it, I'm sure.
Tile over concrete, yeah.
I'm sure of it.
So what do we do with this room then? Do we tear this out? Tear all this out or what? Park a car in here?
The
Why do they
question
have garage
is,
doors then?
would it be worth tearing this out when you still have a width issue? This column
Oh, yeah,
is
that
a
column.
metal column in the middle, so you're gonna gain 4 inches if you take the wood off it. But that's not gonna be enough to
What did they do
get you in and
before?
out.
Because they got the garage door openers in here. Was that put in afterwards or something?
Do you need this?
No, there's a metal poling under.
Support pole inside.
Yeah, it's like the kind you crank.
They just encased it to make it look more
Yeah, they just
attractive.
made it look more attractive.
Looks like they had carpeted it all the way up for some reason.
That's
So
because it was a
there's
studio.
Studio.
They used carpet and they used the egg carts. So this is all in here to deaden sound.
So can this come out?
I think. I mean,
So you
that's.
could just take this out, right?
Well, there'd
no,
still
there's
be
a
a metal
pole. There's a
pole.
You'd have to move
You
it.
take the wood out. but
You
there's
can
still
move
a
it maybe
metal
this
pole
way or move it
supporting
that
this
way.
beam.
So you can't put another beam going across to support it?
Well, there is a beam right
There is, but you'd have to move this one, so you can either move it this way or move that way.
Alan, you got something in your.
It'd be awfully expensive.
That's something in your truck too.
You guys
I don't
already
have
talked
my
about,
truck.
is this asbestos?
No, it wouldn't be asbestos.
This might be.
The house.
This might be.
The age of the house, no, it wouldn't be.
Oh, well, I don't know how old this is.
It's 82, is it 82?
It'll break it
Yeah,
off.
don't break your knife.
Didn't mean to bring up the source of it.
So, but tiles like this can be asbestos.
These,
Yes, that's what I was saying.
so I
you
didn't
don't
know these
wanna-
could,
They look like this.
You don't want to do anything to cover them up, I think, but.
But
Or what you would have hotel?
break it and it wasn't exposed, then you'd be okay. As long as you don't break it up.
Chris,
Exactly.
what's the age of the house?
Eight,
So, no, this is not,
Lucky you.
Not that late.
no.
Yeah.
Breaking, you bought it.
That's what they say.
He already owns it, so.
I don't own this though. I don't know whose this is. Probably Marcus's.
Recording studio.
Oh, yeah.
He had #1 apples, what are you talking about?
No, that could have been a sledgehammer. That looks pretty brown. Weird, but maybe. Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, I don't even think Alan comes that high.
Yeah, I don't think I can get that.
No, I didn't do that.
On the car roof.
I assume there's a metal pole in there.
I'm certain there
And then it
is.
can be moved in either direction.
Yeah, it says 2,100 square foot.
I'm certain there is.
That way you can maybe angle your car over a little further so you can get out easier on this side.
That's what it looked like portion of Marcus.
I was just trying to see if I could feel it, touch it.
Well, let's go upstairs and answer some questions as soon as you're done.
They're all kind of commingled in some way, or not really?
This is part of Atlanta.
You just don't have the right tool for the job.
Nope. Roger.
Nope.
Some of the stuff overlaps.
Got it, okay. I figured he'd be here.
Nope. But
No, it's not his house,
I'm
it's mine, Don's and Alan's.
fairly certain that there's a pole back here.
I'm almost positive it's one of those gray, one of those gray or red poles.
It's the kind you cranked it.
Yep. And I think, like I said, I think it can be moved down or up if necessary and still have the support. But let's go answer some questions upstairs. The floor down here is hideous. Looks like somebody died right there. Hey, whatever you do, don't open these refrigerators. Do not open the fridge. Ask me how I know.
They frame them, just drive all around them, they paint them.
All right, everybody, come on and gather around. We'll answer some of your questions.
They mud it? Well, I know that, I do in my other houses.
Break my railing.
Can I trade you places? I'm sorry. Nope, you're good.
It's parquet.
What is parquet? Margarine?
Parquet, yeah. Parquet.
Tell me, Alan.
Here, I'll show you.
Show us what parquet is. I've heard of.
Alternating square tiles.
Use your foot.
I really don't want to get my hand on that. That's parquet. See how
Okay.
it's...
Yeah, it's really ugly.
Little pieces of
Ooh.
board glued together in a
I see it. That's good enough. Yep.
Yeah, that is a little parquet. That is long time,
Dustin.
1980 wood.
1960.
Yeah, I think this place was built in 1982. All right, you two, all three get together.
Hey, we can make it a
let you-
she room.
Let you guys ask some questions.
A she, yeah, she room.
No,
Like a
she
she
room.
shed.
She shed.
Nice.
And you can see it. You can see it.
Ew.
Parquet floor. I think
So, Chris, are you going to try to save these air ducts?
it's right over top. I think
Just
that's
replace
parquet
them,
floor
I'll
right
guess.
there.
Shop vac.
I think they put this over top of it. I
Not
can't
my
really
shop
tell.
vac.
I don't really
Not
wanna
my
get
shop vac.
I don't really want to get my hands down in
Why
that
not?
shop.
Keep my shop vac cleaner than that.
The new ones
But yeah.
nowadays.
Well, you wonder why there was roaches in here.
Yep.
Yuck.
Yeah.
So I think when they swept the floor, they just pulled that up and stuffed it all down in there.
They didn't,
I think the kids,
they didn't.
5 kids were just throwing things down in it.
I think so. Who needs a dustpan? Just shove it down in the air duct.
To Marcus.
Yeah.
All right.
Who has hand sanitizer?
I hope somebody brought some. I should have. There's some bleach. I should have some in my
In my
truck.
car.
But
Yeah, chopped a little.
you don't see Untitled?
The bleach will work. All right, Chris, you getting the shot? All right, everybody, who's got questions? Let's take some questions. Let's start over here.
What are y'all planning on doing with this lovely fireplace?
We're gonna tile it.
Leave it.
Le-
Clean it and leave it.
I heard them say they're going to leave the actual fireplace.
The insert stand.
The
We're gonna
insert,
paint it.
we'll paint
We'll
the
paint the
insert.
insert, yeah.
We'll paint the
all that.
inside of it black with
Yeah.
fire paint. And that's pretty much it.
And then tile
And then Alan will probably clean up the hardware.
And then put them in. No, you paint it.
Are you gonna put gas logs in there so it, since it's already got a gas starter, just to make
It
it,
has a gas starter, but it's disconnected.
well,
It works because she has a
it's-
fire going.
Yeah,
Obviously.
she had a fire going, but she didn't have from a gas starter. It's not.
I heard she
Oh wait,
used
maybe she
newspaper-
did. Maybe it is. Okay, it's still connected.
Yeah, it's so connected.
So yeah, I don't know.
because I find it shows really well with
Yeah, we'll put
gas
that in, yeah.
logs in there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Keeps you from having beautiful walls.
Yep. So you're going to tile it, put a mantelpiece on. That's about it. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I think you had one, ma'am.
Simple.
Are you gonna add,
Can lights.
oh, it just escaped my mind. The lights that.
Recessed lighting?
Recess lights, thank you.
Yes.
About
Can lights. Yeah.
6.
Probably, yes.
Now, Don, in a house like this, how do you accomplish that?
Can lights.
Yeah, how do you accomplish the can lights?
You're an electrician.
In a house like this, there's two ways to do it. The easiest way nowadays is to put in the normal, what I call pancake boxes, just like you would put it like in that, where that wall is, there's a box. It's very low profile. You can figure out where they are. The electrician can get in the attic and run the wire.
Yep.
And you can buy these mounts at Home Depot that literally are what we call flush mounts, and they're really low profile. Or you have to, you don't want to put, there's two different types of can lights. You know, when we talk about recessed lighting. There's the traditional ones that have sliders on it. So if this, picture the ceiling not being here, the drywall. You have studs or joists, rafters,
Rafters, yeah.
okay, running every so many inches. Well, that can light goes in between those, and then the brackets slide and go up against each joist or each rafter, and then you hammer those in. So then you have these hanging. The problem with that is you have drywall here, so you can't get up in there. Now you can do it from above, but the problem I've found in a situation like this, if you want your lights evenly distributed, it's better to go with the low profile pancake boxes.
Okay.
Because they can pretty much go anywhere because they're really low profile. And with the LEDs, all you need is a line dropped in there, and it's really simple. It's just like wiring a outlet switch, because it's real. In fact, the outlet switch is even thicker. A normal pancake box is only about that thick.
Yep.
And then that sticks up in there, and then you have this LED light that mounts right to that. And it just kind of turns,
Yep.
and it's literally flush mounted to the wall, to the ceiling. Whereas a true can light has this much space in the roof. The other thing you can do if you don't want to open that up is they do what's called a retrofit can light. And it has a can that's like this in normal height, but it has an arm. It looks like a little, like the size of my arm, and then it has the can here. Well, you drill the hole and you stick that up in, and what happens is the light actually pinches with the drywall and keeps it in place. Whereas the other ones are nailed to the studs or the rafters. These are kept in place by friction, basically.
Tension,
Tension.
yeah.
Yep. So for all you guys who laugh when I asked that question, that's what I was trying to get to. What kind of can lights were you going to do? How are we going to do
Yeah,
it?
easiest thing when you don't know what's above this is to put the new, because the LEDs are even brighter anyways. And they last forever. They say they last.
Use less heat and have less electric.
Yeah, it
Right.
is small wire
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
I laugh because I'm not doing it, the electrician's doing it. so I
Right.
don't care.
What about, what do you call the lights that have like all like 6 or 8 in one?
Track
Track lights?
What
No.
is that?
Yeah,
I
that's,
don't like track
for
lights.
me, that's
Yeah.
1980.
I don't like that at all.
It's the 80s.
So I don't put track lighting in any of the houses.
I never put it. I
But,
was looking this.
you know, we'll replace that light right there.
Oh, that's gorgeous. You sure?
Are we gonna replace that cobweb?
That's coming out.
That's coming
Yeah, and
out.
all this can sell into garage sale. Do you make money out of that?
So I would
I
say,
put some crown molding in here, it's in the living area up here.
you know, you're gonna put a couple of can lights, probably one,
Probably
two, four in here.
And if you guys came in late, this wall's coming out.
Yep.
Oh, and I think we're doing pendant lights here though too, by the island, I think.
Hey, Don, is that other wall of it coming out?
What are we?
That little small wall?
That's where the refrigerator's going.
You can, if you take that wall out,
No, it is
you need, huh?
It's a refrigerator.
Right.
No, if you take this wall out, you're gonna replace it with a panel anyways. But you have, the problem is you have electric right here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the problem. So you could take it out, but you have no, you'd have to move this
That's a lot.
to here. That's not really, I mean, but you'd have to move this panel to here, which isn't bad. Because you don't really want a panel here anyways, because when you come in, you want to be able to go, not come in, close the door, then turn the light on. That make sense?
Yep. So you're gonna leave that wall? Is what I heard?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
You gotta lock it, Don.
We're on a budget, so yes, we're leaving it.
Lock the deadbolt.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything we've covered so far? Welcome back, Rudy.
Are you planning to change any of the doors?
All the doors are being replaced. All of them, inside and out. Yeah.
No, for the,
All the closet doors, all the hall
Closet
doors, all of them.
and the width of the openings?
That's what I heard. Let me verify that. Chrissy, Don,
Is what?
in addition to replacing all the interior doors, you're also replacing the closet doors. Did I hear that correctly?
All the doors.
All
were-
the
Yeah, but
All doors.
we're
Change
not,
the width of the opening
we're
of
not
the
planning on
closets?
changing.
So
No, we're
those
not
single
planning on
door
changing.
We're gonna
closets,
pull out. Pull out.
are you gonna widen the opening or just?
No, not in this price range.
Pull out.
Okay.
Not in this price range. They're trying to keep, if you got here a little bit late, the budget's between 35 and 45.
Okay, and
Yeah.
ARV?
150 to 170. 170 if they push it, there's another comp on the street for 150 already.
Okay.
And it's not gonna be as nice as this, so they're hoping to push it up a little bit. Any other questions?
Yes, how long is it gonna take this renovation of an estimate?
1 month from once it starts. Now, there was a delay if you didn't hear earlier because of all the rain.
Yeah.
But they did do the roof and they did do the deck. But she was in here till yesterday. So they couldn't get in here and do any interior work when we had all that rain because there was somebody still in the property.
Okay.
So it now begins. They're putting a lockbox on it today, so it begins today. Any other questions?
So I know you're replacing that one and that one. You're definitely keeping that one, right?
That was a joke.
actually, I'm taking that one off and giving it to you before you leave.
He's gonna sell it on Craigslist.
You know what? You can just spray that and put something. You can sell
I
it
can
$20
spray it right where
in
it is.
Craigslist.
Yeah, it's an antique. It's probably the original light from 1982.
I sell everything. Yes, I sell the doors. I sold everything that I can find. I sold the range.
Oh,
I sold the
absolutely.
range.
All these doors could be sold for yeah, all this stuff. Somebody's willing to buy all this stuff. I mean, they're not gonna give you much for it, but they'll take it all. They'll haul it off or whatever. You gotta love Craigslist. Any other questions? Yeah, right here.
Once the reno is finished, how much is it gonna cost the stage?
Hey, Chrissy, Maria,
Went out to the curb.
once this property is ready, the question was, how much does it cost to stage a house like this?
$1,500.
1,500? All right, because Maria is a stager. I was talking about you earlier before you got here. She actually stages property. We're looking at her house on the third Tuesday of February on Oak Street.
Yeah, it's in the
So 1,500 bucks. Now, is that money, is that
I don't know
money?
if that's Maria's, that's what ours charges us. I don't know if that's.
Well, she agreed, she shook her head.
Right,
She
yeah.
shook her head.
But I mean, I have a stage on it.
Yeah. So is it worth it in a house in this price range?
Yeah, because the one that I staged, they already like put up in the market like Wednesday, Thursday are all the buyers are starting to look up. Friday, all the buyers were going out. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday they got an offer already.
Very nice. I agree. Yeah. If you want to sell and get top price and push the ARV, you definitely want to stage it. Yep. Any other questions? We got everybody's questions answered? All right, now we didn't actually go outside and look at the exterior, but do you guys want to go check it out on the way out?
Yes, let's check the exterior.
Let's go see the exterior and ask and talk about the exterior real quick, and then we'll call it a wrap. All right, you guys are more than welcome to take some cockroaches with you or some of these leftover
Any furniture
any
you wanna
furniture.
Hey, you've not seen anything till you walked into a house that has fleas.
Yep. Oh yes. Yeah, they get real bad down in Florida. But if you guys want any cable boxes or anything, feel free to take them with you.
And you look
Who
down
wants
and
to
you
help
got
gut and learn how to gut a house?
Hey Craig, can you throw those blinds back, the curtains back up?
Yeah, my wife makes me undress in the street.
Let's go outside. We'll take a look at the exterior and ask a few questions real quick.
Huh? No, we're gonna probably put hardy plank on it if we can get a decent price.
If you got here late, they want
Where
to
the
try to get
2111 is.
150 to 170 for
Well,
this house,
is a
hopefully
T111.
170.
This is just wood sided,
All right.
but there's T111 on the back.
175, this one with multiple over from the start of 170, those of 170.
Nice. All right, now this is the exterior.
Yeah, but not for 170,000.
Let's-
We're gonna try to get out of it.
So,
Come over here, Chrissy, and turn your mics. All right, so let's talk about this ugly ass exterior. Notice it's vertical over here, horizontal here,
We just replaced it.
ugly rock down here.
This rock's not that ugly. If
It's
you
ugly.
If you
We're gonna clean
no,
it up.
it's not.
It's ugly.
It's
We're
not
gonna
that
clean it
bad.
up.
I didn't say it wasn't bad, but I said
This
it's
is
ugly.
not that bad.
It's in good
if-
shape.
If you can pair it with the
Seal.
right color.
But I
Okay.
didn't like the plywood under the windows.
The problem is you've got this
it's ugly.
design, this style.
It's ugly.
It's
ugly.
horrible. So if you're going to do that, you know, to
paint it
fix
gray.
this style, you have to either go back in, because this is wood. This is wood siding. Here, this one. The T111 is around the side and the back, but this is wood siding. So if you're going to fix this, you have to replace all this wood anyway. So if you're going to replace it, you might as well do it with hardy plank.
Just the front and leave
No.
the rest?
No,
Whole house, hardy plank.
Yep.
the whole house.
What's under the windows is just plain plywood.
Because that was one of the things we were talking about, just to give it more curb appeal in the front. What could you do?
Well,
If you're on a budget and didn't want to do the whole
I've
house.
seen a lot of investors. I've seen a lot of investors
It's too cold here for me.
pull this off and then piece in. You can't do that.
I wouldn't.
You'll see it and it'll look ugly. But I see investors in town do that all the time. You know, rather they try to take a shortcut.
Yep.
If you're going to do that, then you need to stagger these. So you can't have them all butt up against one another. You have to take this off, put a long piece in, and then put a short piece in here, then take this out, put a long piece in, and stagger them so that it feathers, what they call feathered in.
Right.
And you could do that because,
And then,
I mean, the wood siding is the wood siding. But
yeah, we're looking at different gables to see what would work there, yeah.
yeah.
Yep, and then there is a horrible,
Yeah.
you know, on that side, and
Yeah.
it will
Now it looks like that front porch is sinking a little bit. You gonna jack it up or leave it like it is?
It's staying just like it
Yeah,
is.
just like it is.
Our budget is $35K.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So what are you going to be doing on the exterior that you haven't already done? You've already done the deck, you've already done the roof. What are you doing out here as far as curb appeal that you're confirmed that you're definitely doing?
Didn't we already talk about all that?
Now,
Maybe.
yeah, but we weren't out here to look at it while you were talking about it. So we're going to repeat
Well,
it.
possible hardy plank.
Depending on the cost.
Yeah. Getting a quote on the gable. We're painting the fence, fixing the fence, painting the fence.
So it will be repaired
Yes.
and painted?
Yes.
So if for some
New
reason we
gutters.
don't replace it with hardy plank, we will replace
Yeah.
with those boards going across there.
Yeah.
So you're going to replace half of that siding with
Yeah.
going back with regular wood siding.
So.
And then possibly just leave the sides
Right.
as is and just paint
And
it.
once you get new gutters and paint it an attractive color, it's still going to look good with it. I mean, regardless. And repair all the rotten wood, so I don't know
I'm not a
yet.
big fan
It's
of
gotta
the
get quotes.
T111, but
Me neither.
Yeah.
But it is, if it's just on the side and you do something with the front, it might not be that bad. Depends on the budget.
But my, you know, if you're to fix it up, if you're talking about a few $1,000s just to fix it up, versus let's say it's $3,000 to fix up the outside, just put lipstick on it. It's $6,000 to replace everything.
Right.
Spend the $3,000 extra and
Yeah,
fix everything.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because what you'll gain in curb appeal far outweighs what you lose.
Especially
or
if
what
you want to
save.
push the ARV.
Exactly.
Justin, we're going to do something with this clump of trees and bushes.
Yeah.
We're going to do something over there too to help it curb appeal. I just don't know what yet.
Well, speaking of bushes and stuff, what about these in front of the windows? Leaving them, taking them out?
I'd take them out.
Yeah, we can take them out.
The bushes,
I'd take
the
them
curb
out.
appeal.
Yep.
Yep. You replacing them with anything? Because
Well, yeah, they'll be replaced. I mean, the landscaping is going to be fairly inexpensive.
Yep.
So we'll pine jar all this, come all the way around to where it stops. Just make a bed.
Okay.
Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Just give it better curb appeal.
And I heard Chrissy say new gutters,
New gutters.
new exterior lighting. What about the shutters? You leaving the shutters or taking the shutters off? Because a lot of people are taking them off.
Those shutters are pretty good.
We're just
I would
painting
leave-
them. We're painting the shutters.
But you're not, okay, good. Because a lot of the houses we've been looking at, people have been pulling the shutters off and
That's
taking
in
them
town.
off.
That's in town. This is not
Yeah,
in
no,
town.
Yep.
I wouldn't. No. No.
All right, you
This
guys
is
got any?
going.
Yeah.
This
You're,
is going.
you got to replace it.
Keep it.
You got to replace it or something.
It's
But,
going.
But hey, any questions about the exterior? Anybody get any questions about the exterior? We good? All right, well, let's all gather around real quick and we'll wrap this up. Don, you got any announcements you want to make?
Don disappeared into
No,
the
he's
back.
here.
The only thing I have, we have a seminar coming up when?
February the 23rd.
February 23rd. It's on driving for dollars. So if you have lots of time on your hands and you want to find vacant, ugly properties, that's probably one of the events you should come to. Is it a Saturday? It is a Saturday. And then we also have the Property Protege Group, which we meet every Wednesday. So anybody here not a member of it? If you're not a member of it, I'm going to give you an invite at the City of Lights, which is where we do our general meeting. What's the address?
3125 Presidential Parkway.
3125 Presidential Parkway from 6:30 till about 10. So bring a snack. Is that on the Facebook? I don't think so.
It's in the email that went out today. Yep, and it's up on the website. It's
Yeah,
on our
so
calendar.
it's a group
But it may
coaching.
not be on Facebook.
It's a group coaching. We spend a whole year. There's lots of PPG folks here already. 1, 2,
3, 4.
4, 5. So 6.
Some of them already took off.
Some of them already took off. So we have about 140 people in that program.
So-
Wednesday. It's every Wednesday.
So tomorrow is all about doing a marketing show and tell. We've been talking about marketing for the past few weeks. So
Not
bring,
tomorrow. Or yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday.
tomorrow's Wednesday, bring your marketing.
Yes.
Bring
your
whatever
marketing.
you're currently using. Yes, I'm pointing at you. Because everybody there is going to do show and tell. So Gustavo, bring your marketing. Okay? Alan, whatever you're using, bring your marketing.
Yep.
So if you don't have a lot of marketing, you're going to be a little embarrassed because it is show and tell. You won't have much to show or tell. So it's to help hold a lot of our members accountable.
Yep.
So they'll get out and start doing stuff. They'll see what other folks are doing, like Craig here. Craig, step aside a little bit. So, for example, he's got his car lettered. That's one of the things he's doing to help market his business when he's out driving for dollars. Just as an example. Yep. So everybody should bring their marketing material tomorrow for sure. If you're coming to PPG, everybody, even our guests, bring your marketing. so we can see what's working, what's not, what you're doing, what you're not doing, what you could be doing.
Yep. Property Protege Group, it's a full year. We spend a full year with you, covering everything from A to Z. So if this is a business, if this is something you want to do, if this is a business for you, I highly recommend at least coming on Wednesday and checking it out, talking to the people that are already there, see what their thoughts are. It's in the evening, right?
Yep.
6:30. Come at 6:30.
Yep. So the next time we're doing on-site is the first Tuesday of February, which is next week. We're going out to see Todd Williams and Mark Green's property, which they got from Driving for Dollars at the very last workshop we did.
Yep.
Okay. So we're doing another Driving for Dollars on the 23rd of next month if you want to be part of it. Hopefully when you leave here today, you'll drive around this neighborhood and look for some houses because there's plenty. If you guys can track down the owners, you might have some more buyers standing right here.
Because this is a perfect neighborhood to, when you drive in, it's got a decent amount of homes. They're relatively nice, you know, and relatively inexpensive. So this would be a neighborhood where you would have bandit signs or door knocking or put stuff on folks' mailbox, on the mailbox, not in it.
Yep.
So you just canvass this whole neighborhood.
Yep, because if we can do more deals in this neighborhood, we may buy them and or set the comps. So there's already a 150 comp. If we can get 160, 170 for this one, we're setting the comps.
Nick Sidoti
There's
just
a lot
called
of
me.
vacant houses.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of vacant houses in here. I rode around yesterday.
Yeah. So
There's a lot. There's plenty, yeah, for sure.
get in your car and go check it out.
So like I said, the next on-site's next Tuesday, and then Maria, who was running in here earlier in the high heel boots, her on-site is the third Tuesday. Hers is fully rehabbed and done. So you'll get to see some of her work. She does really nice work. And then don't forget, next Monday, this coming Monday, Shark Tank. Got Victor Aponte there, Stephen Jones, and Malhar Bhagat are our 3 sharks for the month. So come check us out. Bring your deals. We might buy them right there on the spot. So again, Don invited you out to PPG tomorrow night. From if you're there as a guest, come at 6:30. If you're there as a guest, come at 6:30. If you're a member, just show up at 7, unless you'd like to get there early too. But if you get there at 6:30, we tell you a little bit about the program. At 7 o'clock, the program begins.
Right.
So, but like I said, come prepared to stay late. We're usually there historically till 11, but we've been trying to wrap up by 10. That's our plan for this year because we're meeting so often now. Originally, when we first started meeting, we were meeting twice a month. Well, now we're meeting every Wednesday, so it's not necessary to stay at 11 o'clock at night anymore. If Don goes over, I have to go kick him and turn off his mic. All right. Did you guys enjoy this?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's give it up for on-site. Very nice. And by the way, if you guys don't mind, take some pictures, post them up on Facebook, tag us. You can tag hashtag Onsite Atlanta or hashtag Atlanta REIA. But post some pictures up there and let your friends know you came. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you at the next on-site, which is next Tuesday.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.